Hey everybody. Hold on for a second. Hey everybody. Welcome to the vocabulary lesson. This is the 30-second vocabulary lesson, which means 32. 32. 32, 32. Alright, so I have a fewer words here for you guys, alright? So, which is glance, consume, and consumption, indicate, and hypnosis. So glance. Glance means take a brief or hurried look. Jeannie glanced at her watch. Means to take a quick look. Sorry. Synonyms. Take a quick look. That's what I just said. Look quickly. Look briefly. Peek. Peep. Glimpse. Catch a glimpse of geek, keek, informal, sneak a look, take a gander, informal, take a deco, have a shuft, take a butcher's, informal, squiz, or archaic, glance, one's eyes, Rachel glanced at him nervously, hit something at an angle and bounced off obliquely. The stone glanced off a crag and hit Tom on the head. On the head. The synonyms. Again, ricochet, rebound, be deflected, fly, bounce, graze, clip, make, contact with, cannon, carom, rare, resile. The sentence. A bullet glanced off the ice. Glance. Glanced off the ice. A brief or hurried look. I stole a glance at John. The synonyms, which is peek, peep, brief, look, quick, look, glimpse, keek, coop, dole. I don't know how you pronounce that. Informal, gander, informal, deco, shufty, butchers, informal, squiz, geek, informal, Jack, Noe. He took a quick glance at his watch. Archaic, I don't know. A flash or gleam of light. Fish sporting with quick glance. Show to the sun their waved coats. Synonyms. Flash, gleam, glitter, glint, glimmer, shimmer, flicker, sparkle, twinkle, twinkle, a glance of light. Take a brief or hurried look. Number one. Number two, to look at quickly, to look at it quickly. Number three, a glance is a brief or hurried look. Christian. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's a name. Number three, to look at quickly like she glanced over at me. To take a quick look. Number one, glance means to take a quick look. Number two, glance means to take a quick look. Number three, glance means to take a quick look. Number four, glance means take a brief or hurried look. Hurried look. It's like, I'm taking a glance. I'm taking a glance over there at the one of those DVDs that they have, or what I have. I'm taking a glance for what I have, to see what I have. I took a glance at it. See? take a brief or hurried look. To look at it quickly. To look at it quickly. See, that's the one I just did just now. A glance is a brief or hurried look. To look at quickly, like she glanced over at me. To look, to take a quick look. That's what that means. Take a glance means take a look. Take a glance means take a look. Take a glance. Glance. I like that one. Glance is like when you're taking a peek. Don't peek. That's cheating. You took a glance over it when this is a test. And glance means to take a look. Glance means to take a brief or hurried look. Hurried look. That's what that is. And the last time, glance means to take a quick look. To take a brief or hurried look. Next, indicate. Indicate means point out, show, dotted lines, indicate the text, margins, synonyms. Designate, specify, stipulate, show, please indicate your choice of price. Suggest as a desirable or necessary course of action. The treatment is likely to be indicated in severely depressed patients. The synonyms: advisable, desirable, recommended, suggested, desired, preferable, best, sensible, wise, commonsensical, prudent, appropriate, suitable, helpful, useful, effective, advantageous, beneficial, valuable, profitable, gainful, in someone's best interest, necessary, needed, require, call for, essential. These remedies can be of great value even when surgery is indicated. So, okay, indicate means to point something out or to present evidence. If you feel sick during a car trip, you can indicate this to the driver by groaning loudly or announcing, "I'm going to be sick." Scientists rely on data from experiments to indicate whether their theories are correct. Indicate can also describe a symptom or signal of something else. For example, a stock market recovery could indicate growing public confidence or foolishness, depending on which expert you ask. The verb indicate comes from the noun indication, which in turn comes from the Latin word indicare, meaning something that points out or shows. Indicate a place, direction, person, or thing, either spatially or figuratively, suggest the necessity of an intervention. In medicine, he indicated his opponents. These symptoms indicate a serious illness. The results indicate the need for more work. Indicated his wishes in a letter. Tetracycline, that's hard to pronounce, is indicated in such cases to be a sign of broken evidence. Show his hesitation really indicates his doubt about the venture. To point out or point to, direct attention to indicate a place on a map. To show as by measuring or recording, make known the thermometer indicates air temperature to state or express, especially briefly or in a general way, signal. He indicated his disapproval but did not go into detail. Number 1, indicate means point out or show. Number 2, to hint at or determine. Number 3, point out or show. Number 4, to point out, like he indicated that didn't like flying, so we take the train instead. Number 5, to point something out or be suggestive of something. For example, my turn signals indicate which way I will turn or change lanes. To point out, to discover, to direct to a knowledge of, to show, to make known, to show or manifest by symptoms, to point to as the proper remedies to signal in a vehicle the desire to turn right or left. Number 6, to show something out for something or anything. Number 7, to point out or show, to suggest as a desirable or necessary course of action. Indicate means to point out and show. Indicate means to point out and show. Indicate means to point out and show. Indicate means to point out. You're pointing out this way. Indicate means you're pointing this and that. You're pointing that way. Indicate means point out and show. Indicate means point out and show. To point out, to point something out or be suggestive of something. For example, my turn signals indicate which way I will turn or change lanes. That means you are driving a car. You're driving a car, like you're trying to switch lanes. The signal indicates it, meaning to show, to point out. Your turn signal, like when you turn on a turn signal, that means you're letting the other traffics know that you're turning into another lane to enter that entrance. That's what it is. Okay? Okay. The word hypnosis. Hypnosis is the induction of a state of unconsciousness in which a person apparently loses the power of voluntary action and is highly responsive to suggestion or direction. It's used in therapy, typically to recover suppressed memories or to allow modification of behavior by suggestion. Has been revived but is still controversial. Synonyms: mesmerism, hypnotism, hypnotic, suggestion, autosuggestion, the state of consciousness produced by hypnosis. I was regressed under hypnosis, a trance-like state artificially induced in which a person has a heightened suggestibility and in which suppressed memories may be experienced. The art or skill of hypnotism. Number 1, hypnosis is a human condition involving focused attention, reduced peripheral awareness, and an enhanced capacity to respond to suggestion. Number 2, the induction of a state of consciousness in which a person apparently loses the power of voluntary action and is highly responsive to suggestion or direction. Number 3, it means to make someone lose voluntary action. Number 4, hypnosis is using words, sounds, incenses, candles, and other means to place someone in an altered state of mind where they can be removed from reality or in a spiritual trance to access deep arts of their subconscious or maybe even past lives. And then next is consume and consumption. Consumption is the using up of a resource. Industrialized countries should reduce their energy consumption. Synonyms: using up something, use, utilization, expending, expenditure, depletion, exhaustion, waste, wasting, squander, squandering, draining, dissipation, dissipating, the consumption of fossil fuels. A wasting disease, especially pulmonary tuberculosis. Another synonyms: tuberculosis, pulmonary tuberculosis, TB, waste disease, emaciation. Archaic emphasis: his mother had died of consumption. Hold on for 1 second. Alright, I'm going to go with consume. So I'm going to talk about consume and consumption. Okay, consume means to eat, drink, or ingest food or drink. People consume a good deal of sugar in drinks. Synonyms: eat, eat up, devour, ingest, swallow, gobble, gobble up, wolf down, gorge oneself on, feast on, munch, snack on, drink, drink up, guzzle, gulp, down, swill. Imbibe, take, suck, sit, lap. Informal: tuck into, scoff, down, put away, stuff down, polish off, dispose of, cram in, stuff one's face with, pig one, pig oneself on, graze on, down, neck, sink, kill, get one's, laughing, gear round, informal, goal up, shift, informal, gorb, informal, scarf, down, up, snarf, down, up, formal, manducate, rare, ingurgitate, great plates of cakes were consumed with gusto, buy goods or services, use up a resource. These machines consume 5% of the natural gas in the U.S. Synonyms: use, use up, utilize, expend, deplete, exhaust, waste, squander, go through, drain, dissipate, fritter away, swallow up. These factories consume 600,000 tons of coal a day. To do away with completely destroy, fire consumed several buildings. To spend wastefully, squander, consume his inheritance on luxuries. Use up, writing, consume much of his time. To eat or drink, especially in great quantity. Consume several bags of pretzels. To enjoy avidly, devour mysteries which she consumes for fun. To engage fully, engross consume with curiosity, to utilize as a customer, consume goods and services, to waste or burn away, perish, to utilize economic goods. The new lights consume less electricity. She's making an effort to live more simply and consume less. To destroy by or as if by fire. To eat or drink up. To use up. Consume electricity. Our entire day was consumed searching for his glasses. To take up the interest or attention of, curiosity, consume the crowd. To consume is also to eat or drink. They consume a lot of candy. To use fuel, energy, or time, especially in large amounts. Weekend, shopping, chores, consumed much of her time. Number one, consumption is the using up of a resource. Number two, to put under a spell. Number three, to eat or take it could mean to buy. Number four, to use up something. To use up something. For example, I consumed half the food in my refrigerator. Number five, using up a whole of something or a thing. Number six, eating. Number seven, it's the using up of a resource. They remained with us 2 or 3 days, consuming over 60 steers per diem. Someone can be said to be consumed by with the feeling. If that feeling is extremely strong, we consume vast quantities of food and drink that night. We recommend that this wine should be consumed within 6 months. The defense budget consumes vast amounts of money. If a fire consumes something, it destroys completely. To have so much of a feeling that it affects everything you do. He was consumed with jealousy. As a teenager, I was consumed by passion for the boy next door. And then, consume here. Number one, consume is the same as consumption. Number two, to eat, drink, or ingest a food or drink, to buy goods or service, to use up a resource. Number three, to eat. Number four, internet online. Eat, drink, or ingest food or drink. People consume a good deal of sugar in drinks, buy goods or services, use up a resource. These machines consume 5% of the natural gas in the U.S., especially of a fire. Completely destroyed, the fire spread rapidly, consuming many homes. Usually be consumed of a feeling. Absorb all of the attention and energy of someone. Caroline was consumed with guilt. And another one. Eat, drink, or ingest food or drink. Another one. Take up of a whole use up. Okay. Number one. Eat, drink, or ingest food or drink. 2. Eat, drink, or ingest food or drink. Eat, drink, or ingest food or drink. Consume means to eat, drink, or ingest a food or drink, to buy goods or service, to use up a resource. Consume means to eat, drink, or ingest a food or drink. Consume means to use up a resource. Consume means to consume means to use up a resource. Consume means to use up a resource. Consume means to use up on something. Consume means to use up on something. the resource, I'm gonna teach you that vocabulary one day. And then consume means to eat, drink, or ingest a food or drink. Last time. To eat, drink, or ingest a food or drink. And the other, one last time. It means to use up on something. And another, to use up on a resource. Well, that's it. The lesson is over. Hope you guys enjoyed the lesson.